Welcome to this edition of the Ultimate Combat Experience. I'm Mike Stidham, and joined tonight by Mr. Rogers, Phil Henderson. Phil, what's going on, man?
Oh, Mike, just getting excited to see this night of fights tonight.
Well, you know, Kevin Allred stepping up to the plate against Oliver Bradstreet in your main event. We got a lot of good fights before we get to that. Some first-timers and some guys we've seen just a little bit from. But all in all, looks like a pretty good card. Yeah,
it does, Mike. I think it'll be an evenly matched card, and there should be a lot of excitement. I'm looking for a couple knockouts tonight, though.
You don't seem very excited, Phil. Well, I am excited, man. It's the Ultimate Combat Experience coming right at you.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The Ultimate Combat Experience starts now.
Warriors of the ultimate fight, get in the ring for the ultimate flight. I say we warriors of the ultimate fight, get in the ring for the ultimate flight. I say we warriors of the ultimate fight, get in the ring for the ultimate flight. I say we warriors of the ultimate fight, get in the ring for the ultimate flight.
In the middleweight division, got a couple guys coming out here. Now, Andy Witt calls me all the time, going up against the first-timer. This guy calls himself Al Bundy.
Well, it's Derek Painter, Mike, and if you got a nickname like Al Bundy, you're looking for some respect, and maybe he'll get it tonight in the cage.
Either that or you're thinking about your days back at Polk High. 4 touchdowns in 1 game. Middleweight nose bar, check it out.
Living in the past, man, living in the past. When you get my age, that's the only way to live there, Brandon Kaiser. Andy Witt, L7, though, he's living in the present. This guy wants to fight every week. You know, one day he just sprung up off the couch and said, you know what, I'm a fighter.
Where's he training, Mike?
He's over at his house on his couch watching the show, man. 6 foot tall, 187 is Andy Witt. They call him L7 Square. And here's Al Bundy. He even looks like Al Bundy.
Wow, Al Bundy, huh? How did he get that name? Did you give him that, Mike?
No, this is all him, man. It's all him. And maybe he's living in the past. Who knows? He's 6 foot tall, 196. Both these guys out of the West Valley area, both these guys independent fighters. And the legend Lonnie Foster going to be refereeing this contest. These guys should have just taken this out at the Circle K in West Valley.
Derek Painter looks like he's in great shape. He looks very fit. Should be interesting. That's the fittest Al Bundy I ever saw.
Yeah, he does look a little more fit than Al Bundy, doesn't he? He's got a reach advantage, a decided reach advantage over Andy Witt. A touch of the gloves, and here we go. Al Bundy trying to land a shot early on, and Andy Witt said, I'm going to try to take you to the ground.
Well, he's got the full mount here. I'd like to see him cross-face, posture up, and start throwing some punches. Take advantage of that position. Quit hugging that guy when you're on top of him.
I think you're looking for far more technical things than we're going to see in this fight. I've got a funny feeling. We're not going to see it. In fact, I'm not so sure Al Bundy knows he has full mount. He's just on top of that dude.
Well, he's starting to work that left cross-face in there a little bit. If you just get that forearm in there and posture up, there we go. Hey,
those were some pretty big right hands there.
I like the left choke he's got going on the throat right there while he punches too. That's nice.
And Andy Witt just happy to just kind of hang out there and get punched in his face. Finally says, I've had enough of this. Gets a reversal. Now he's trying to get in that same spot his opponent was a minute ago and didn't work out quite so well.
Yeah, he's giving up his back a little bit. And, a little kidney shot there.
And a full Nelson.
Yeah.
Who saw that coming? Those are back from the high school days once again. Old Al Bundy reliving the moment.
Landing some heavy body shots in there. He looks really strong. It'd be good if he gets some position, get those hooks in and flatten him out.
That's the one thing is, you can see that old Al Bundy here, Derek Painter, is a big, strong-looking kid. He's strong, he's long. He's got all the physical attributes, other than he might be a little older than some of these guys that are trying this out for the first time. But you know, let's see if he can last. How long can he last? He's got all the physical attributes you want, but does he have the stamina to withstand 3 rounds?
Ooh, nice jab there. Yeah, both guys are starting to look a little winded. We're halfway through the first round here, and they're both looking a little tired, getting some good punch exchanges.
One thing about Andy Witt, he's shown a lot of heart in the last few fights he's had. He's a kid that he's not a world beater by any stretch of the imagination, at least at this stage of it in his career, but he's got a lot of heart, and you can't teach that. And so maybe he decides, I don't need to go to a gym if you can't teach me what I already got.
Yeah, a lot of heart and perfect timing on that takedown attempt. Just didn't quite have the technical ability or the strength to finish it off. Now
he's paying for it.
He is paying for it.
He's those redness
on his back, exactly.
Oh boy, Andy Witt. None the worse for wear though. About 10 seconds left in the round, and
Andy Witt looks like a good sport. He's touching gloves every time they get back up. So.
Every time. I guess we got 30 seconds. I jumped the gun just a little bit there.
Andy looks pretty comfortable in there. You said he wants to fight every week. Is he fighting every week? He looks like he's...
He literally is. He shows up at the weigh-ins every week, even when he's not scheduled, in case somebody drops out. He wants to be here in case the opportunity presents itself.
Wow, and Derek Painter fought that shot off real easy because Andy let him know it was coming from a mile away.
Well, with 5 seconds left, Brandon Kaiser, how do you score round number 1?
Oh, that's all Al Bundy on that round.
All Al Bundy, up 1 round to nothing. Feeling pretty good about it, or he should be. He looks like he's sucking pond water right now. A little bit tired, but hey, we got round 2 coming up when we come back. Welcome back to the Ultimate Combat Experience. If you're just joining us, you missed, not the most technical first round we've ever seen, Brandon Kaiser. Andy Witt here and Derek Painter mixing it up, and on your very unofficial scorecard, you saw Derek Painter winning round number 1 rather easily. I
did. This one looks like it's kind of starting out like the last round. Some good punching exchanges, and wasn't the most technical fight, but we got some good exchanges just like we're seeing right here.
Some good offensive exchanges, but you don't see a whole lot of defense other than I'm leaning my head back.
That's right. That's right.
And there was kind of a block there, a little parry block there by
little parry.
And maybe he learned that out of necessity. He just got tired of getting punched in his face.
Yeah, Andy is landing some pretty good shots for having a much less of a reach advantage than Derek Painter is, but
he is bound and determined to be successful at this. And I guess if at first you don't succeed, try again is his motto. But eventually somebody's got to knock some sense in him and say, go to a gym, go train.
Yeah, he needs to get to a gym. If he's got the heart and he's getting the fight experience, he should definitely get in a good gym.
All right.
His takedown attempts, you can see him coming from a mile away.
He's not setting him up at all.
Luckily, he lands a nice punch right there.
He's a pretty tough kid, though. He's pretty resilient, and he lands a pretty decent shot. You see he's kind of tagged Al Bundy a few times, and Al Bundy's going, wow, this is a lot more fun in round number 1.
Yeah, no kidding. He's breathing pretty heavy there.
Yeah. Old Lonnie Foster just kind of strolling about the cage, letting these guys do their thing.
Still working that jab.
Maybe a little bit more technically sound round. They're actually throwing straight punches. They're throwing combinations. From a technical standpoint, they seem to have cleaned it up, but it seems like there's no interest in going to the ground at all for old Al Bundy.
No, not at all. And then the pace of this round is that of a more experienced technical type pace. They're working their combinations and exchanging back and forth, and like you said, neither guy.
That was a nice pretty solid left hand right there.
I think that woke Andy Witt up a bit.
Yeah,
you see that look on his face. Wow, that hurt.
You talk about the pacing of the round, and why? While it may be a little more technically sound, it's a little boring. These guys, people want to see fisticuffs and action. They want to see them get after it, but I think these guys might be a little too tired to deliver that right now.
Is it a crowd pleaser to see guys standing more than going to the ground, or are we past those days?
I don't know. I still like it. I'm a striking guy. I like to see guys get up and mix it up.
Although there's not a lot of action, it is nice to see 2 guys just put those little gloves on and slug it out in the middle of the cage. We're not seeing any ground and pound or lay and pray. These guys are just throwing down.
These guys, this round a little more competitive. It'd be a little more difficult to score because I think Andy Witt's land is as many big shots as Al Bundy has. Well, someone's going to finish it here and finish strong and maybe steal the round.
I'm glad I'm not a judge for this round because it is so close. They've literally exchanged back and forth the entire round. Andy jumps in with another one of his jabs there. Great. Comes over the top, misses with the right a little bit.
Well, that one's a coin toss in my opinion. And, you know, round one having gone to Al Bundy, but it looks like his tank is starting to dwindle just a little bit. So round 3, Andy Witt's got a shot. He can come back and win this thing, or at least tie.
Yeah, I can't wait to see round 3. This will be good.
She doesn't look very excited, does she? Bored to tears. Round number 3 coming your way.
Well, this should be so interesting to see round 3 and see if Andy Witt's experience pays off now, because that first time you go to a 3rd round, no matter how fit you are, that's a new world.
You know, that is a great observation. Just stepping into the cage for your first time is one big hurdle, but stepping into the cage and then going into that 3rd round, that's a whole nother level. You're absolutely right. And experience will pay off, you'd think.
You would think, and it doesn't seem to be slowing Al Bundy down at all.
Nope.
Well, this is looking a lot like round 2. Some good punching exchanges back and forth. Oh, did he catch an eye shot there? Gotta keep those hands up and protect yourself at all times.
You know, we were talking about Al Bundy not having much wind or gas left in the tank, but when he lets those flurries go, he lets them go, and that's not the sign of a tired guy.
No, it's not. In fact, he looks better this round than he has in other ones.
He just ate some shots right there,
Just as I say that, he's eating punches from Andy Witt.
Good stuff back and forth here. Round number 3, and rarely do we see a couple of new guys get into round number 3 and have this much action and this much actually technically sound stuff being thrown.
I know. I think this has been the most exciting round we've seen yet. A little kick there by Andy Witt.
Yeah, as I say that, Andy throws a real ugly kick. Not much to comment on here. A bit of a staring match going on here. It seems like these guys have little bursts of energy. Like one will go, and the other one will be backing up, and then it'll flip. So maybe the guy with the last burst of energy is going to walk away with this one.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one to score, I have a feeling, unless somebody gets the knockout here. I don't see a submission coming anytime soon. So.
Yeah, you know, and keep in mind, for those of you at home, the way this is scored, that the judges' tallies they're scored after each round. So round number 1, the judges have already turned their scores in for that. Round number 2, they've already turned their scores in for that. Now this round will be judged based solely on what happens in this round. So you can't look at the entire fight and say, well, Andy or Derek Painter won round number 1 and the rest of them were close, so I'm going to give it to Derek Painter. You really have to take that into consideration. These are judged each round individually.
Well, and Andy Witt's starting to land some kicks. Walked into a punch there as he was throwing it. They're not the prettiest kicks, but he's throwing something new. He's mixing it up a little bit.
Ugly kicks.
All right, they're ugly, Mike. You're right.
But you're right. What it's doing is it's opening up his hands. And he throws that kick and he's able to get that right hand over the top.
Yeah, give Al Bundy something else to worry about other than that same jumping jab that you do every time, and get in there with something.
One thing I want to give Al Bundy credit for is how disciplined he's been in keeping his hands up. You see a lot of new guys, they drop their hands a lot, but he's kept that posture and that stance pretty sound this entire fight.
He certainly has. I have guys in the gym that I can't get to keep their hands up that well just sparring. I'm really impressed that he's done that for 3 straight rounds.
Yeah, maybe some of that is that he's fighting much smaller opponents. It's a little easier to do that. I don't know, but he has done a very good job. Right here, the fireworks are going off.
Hey, his punches have a lot of power on him still. He's still throwing good, crisp punches, even this late in the round.
Well, you know, that wasn't, again, maybe the most exciting fight I've ever seen, but that was a good fight. These guys came out and poured it all out there, and they came to fight. They gave the crowd what they came to see tonight, and I really think both these guys should be proud of their performance, especially Derek Painter being his first fight, and Andy Witt. Man, he came out and showed what he had to do against a much larger opponent.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be the judge on this. This is going to be a tough one to call. Could definitely go either way. They give it to Al Bundy.
It's unanimous. They're giving it to Al Bundy, and I'm not so sure it's a gift. He earned it. He came out here. He did his thing. I hope we see this kid come back and do it again.
Both guys, great sports, and good work tonight.
Yeah, good stuff. Good way to get things started here in the Ultimate Combat Experience tonight.
Great Clips is home of the $10 haircut. Also pick up $10 UCE tickets only at participating locations.
Andy Witt, man, that was a 3-round war. What were your thoughts on the fight, buddy?
I thought I did a little better, hoping it would come down to split decision, but, unanimous. I'll be back next week.
Well, it seemed to me he kind of had you a little bit in the first round, but you came back second and third round trying to pour it on, but just came up a little bit too short. What's your plans for the future?
I'll be back next week to fight, and I just want to let any of my opponents know I'll never quit. I got choked out last week. I got beat this week, but I'll definitely be back.
All right, that's the attitude we like here in the Ultimate Combat Experience. You can fight next week. You can fight the week after that. Look forward to seeing you in the cage, man. Anyone you need to thank?
I'd like to thank Ultimate Combat Experience for letting me fight, everybody who's watching my fight, everybody who came out to support me. Any sponsors out there, I need a sponsor.
Don't we all? Don't we all?
Celerity Investments. If you have a vision, we can assist. Go to investwithcelerity.com to find out how.
Derek Painter, man, that was an impressive performance for your first fight in mixed martial arts. You kind of dominated that fight. What were your thoughts on it?
Well, that guy, he's a pretty tough opponent. I kind of underestimated him, I think, in the first round, and he kept coming back, so I just figured I'd have to rule it out and finish it off strong, because I knew he was going to go the distance on that. So.
As soon as I heard your nickname, though, I knew you would win. Al Bundy. Whoa, Bundy, baby. Did you really score 4 touchdowns in one game, Polk High?
Yeah, it's all fantasy on that one.
All right, what's your plans for the future, brother?
You know, it's hard to say. I mean, I work normally on the weekends, but, you know, I took this weekend off so I could come and fight and just try it out. So, I mean, it probably won't be for a while if I come back and fight, but, you know, it was certainly an experience that I can put under my belt and enjoy. So.
Well, you look like you're not hurt at all. You're kind of sweaty, really sweaty, but congratulations on your first win here tonight. Anyone you need to thank?
I thank no one but myself.
Now good old Al Bundy can brag about something else besides those 4 touchdowns back in high school.
He's not selling women's shoes either, Mike. He's punching people in the face. He did it in the cage tonight. Walked away with the W.
Big win for him. We got more of the Ultimate Combat. Stick around. In your lightweight division, we got a kid who's been training hard, been fighting quite a bit lately. Michael Darcy, looking pretty good. One up a kid that he's got a bit of a reach advantage over.
A bit, Mike. I mean, Tyrane Hernandez is like right here. Michael Darcy's right here. But sometimes that works out to your benefit.
Okay, maybe it will for him tonight. Lightweight in the holds bar. Check it out.
I don't know why you want to take shots at the short guy, man. The short guy, sometimes they beat taller guys. Mike Darcy, the cheap shot. Now, you're not going to beat a guy when he's cheap shotting you like that, though.
How do you get the name Cheap Shot, Mike?
Well, you're going to find out in just a minute.
Oh, all right.
He's 5'9", 185, which, by the way, he's 5'9", going to get up against a much shorter opponent. That's a cheap shot in and of itself. Here comes the Bison, Ricardo Hernandez, the recipient of said cheap shot.
And so both these guys are training out of good gyms.
Ricardo, 5'4", 155. They call him the Bison, training down there at Throwdown Elite. They say his style is ground and pound. It certainly isn't stand and punch, I'll tell you that, because he's...
It's going to have to be ground and pound. Look at that size difference, Mike.
He's already on the ground.
Oh, my gosh.
I don't know if I believe that Darcy's 5'9", or that Ricardo's 5'4", because it seemed like there was a lot more than 5 inches there, didn't it?
Oh, and
there's the cheap
hence
shot.
the name Cheap Shot. Gotcha.
You want to touch my glove? I'll punch you in your mouth.
Oh, that's the scary thing about touching those gloves. Well, the fight's on the ground, which is where it needs to be for Ricardo Hernandez.
We talked about this a little bit last week about not liking to touch gloves, but
I like the touch gloves and the respect, but man, that's the thing that scares me about it right there.
Well, you see right here, Mike Darcy found himself in a very good position. He was landing, just throwing a lot of bombs. I don't know that many of them were landing. Ricardo doing a pretty good job of covering up.
He is. He's doing a good job of defending down there. He looks like he's repositioning and might get a reversal here. Oh, just teetering.
Man, I'll tell you what, that was almost a reversal.
That was close. Best thing to do when you're teetering like that is go for another one right away. Don't let that guy settle back into the mount.
Write that down. Write it down, folks. That right there. Brandon Kaiser, Mushin self-defense, giving one of those secrets, the inside secrets that they got up there at Mushin. The fight doctor, Brandon Kaiser. Whoa, right here, pounding away the body is Mike Darcy. He's really landed some shots there and didn't seem to be phasing Ricardo. Ricardo didn't let it go with the head or anything. He's just kind of hanging out.
Ricardo's happy to just keep from eating those big head shots by keeping his opponent's posture down, it looks like.
Well, you know, that's good for a while, but you got to come up with an offense.
Yeah, at some point you've got to get out of there.
Yeah. And ground and pound ain't so fun when you're on the receiving end of that pound part.
That's right, man. Darcy landing some big shots there.
Yeah, he really is. And I tell you what, I've been impressed with Darcy is his spacing, and he's timed those shots really well, and you know, almost more advanced than I thought he would be. You know, he's been kind of known as a street fighter, but he's technically looking pretty sound on top.
He looks
here.
good, Mike. His positioning's good. He's not freaking out and losing positioning. He's taking his time and hitting where the openings are, and now he's got his posture. We'll have to see if Ricardo can get out of here.
Andrea Miller must be teaching him a thing or two about guard and mount and fighting and stuff. Well, Ricardo looks like he's settling in for the choke. In fact, it looks like he's putting it on. He said, you know, I'm tired of you punching me, man. Grab me here and squeeze.
Oh, looks like this one might be over.
Yeah, I'm afraid it is.
He's getting that choke somehow.
Oh, he's
it's totally under the
That's
chin.
The pre-tap tap there.
Oh, man.
Well, you know, Ricardo, he said he wanted to come in here and light his fire to his will to train, and hopefully, if nothing else, he did that tonight.
That'll either make you or break you. A fight like that will either get you back in the gym training hard, or
someone's not happy about that. You know what? Somebody is happy about it too. That's the funny part. All right, cheap shot. Mike Darcy walking away with a win here tonight over my buddy Ricardo Hernandez. But hopefully Ricardo comes back and does this again, and we look at Mikey winking at the audience. There is only one place to get all your favorite MMA gear, including UCE merchandise, and that is Against the Fence.
Ricardo, man, you went out there, you fought your heart out, but the guy got you in the end. What happened in this fight?
You know, he was just a better man. He was just a better. But I don't know that I lost. I mean, he's buying me a drink, so, you know, it's all good.
So that might be a win situation then, man.
I feel pretty good about it. Yeah.
If he buys me one, I'll feel pretty good about it too. All right, bro, what's your plans for the future? Gonna get in here and do it again?
Yeah, the whole reason I came, like, I got a call, like, on Wednesday saying, hey, do you want to come fight? And I was like, I haven't trained for a while, but yeah, I'll do it just so I can get my fire back in and come back and fight some more. That's what I want to do, so it's good.
So we're gonna see you again here real shortly?
Yeah.
Shortly we will?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll see a little bit of you again here real quick. All right, bro, tonight you were good, just not good enough. Anyone you need to thank?
Yeah, I want to thank all my friends, my friend from Budget Blind, Justin Condor, he's my trainer, Muay Thai trainer. I want to thank my opponent, Michael, for coming in and teaching me something new. And all my friends also, and my friend Lisa, who supports me a lot. So,
all right, bro, we'll see you again.
Yeah.
Personalize your Croc footwear to creatively express your individuality. Choose from more than 1,100 designs at crocs.com.
Michael Darcy, you got your first win tonight, man. How did it feel?
Felt pretty good. You know, when I threw my first jab, he dug it. I was like, where the hell did he go? But all in all, it was pretty good.
Darcy continues to improve, gets a big win tonight.
Yeah, he did, Mike. He got a big win over a little opponent, but he did get the W, and he's got to be proud of his performance.
We got more of the Ultimate Combat. Stick around. In your middleweight division, got a couple guys that both train right here at the Ultimate Combat Training Center. What do you know about these guys, Phil?
Well, Mike, Tyrane Cook, he's under Aaron Sawyer's arm and learning from him. And he actually fought for us a while ago, and he's back. He's going up against Eddie Hernandez, who has got some heavy hands.
Oh, this is going to be a lot of fun. Middleweight and holds bar, check it out.
When you say Tyrane Cook fought for us a little while ago, he fought for us a long while ago, like really almost back when this show was a beginner show, an infant in and of itself. And the brawler Tyrane Cook, he's been indisposed for a little while.
Well, he looks like he's in great shape. Another guy that's just an athlete. Man, he looks fit.
Yeah, 5'10", 187, and they're not announcing fat on him, but you know, El Cuate, he's got a little roll or two here and there. He's got some pretty fast hands, though.
I'm guessing this guy's a boxer.
Yeah, could you tell?
He's got boxer written all over him.
Yeah, 5'5", 202 is Eduardo Hernandez. This kid is a good-looking kid. He's got a really good chin. And the great thing about these guys is they train in the same place. They've seen each other. They know what each other's all about. And they said, you know, let's mix it up.
I'm excited to see this. We got the athlete going against the boxer, and I've seen Hernandez around your gym quite a bit. It's exciting to see him in the cage now.
You know, it's funny because one day he just decided he wanted to fight. He never wanted to be a fighter before then, and he's holding his own pretty well.
Great punching combinations.
Telling you what, a big right hand sends Tyrane Cook to the canvas.
Hernandez, great.
Holy, that's good stuff. Tyrane, you got to take a couple big deep breaths, buddy. Relax.
Boy, what a flurry he came out with. Good boxing combos. Oh, took a couple knees there.
Boxers aren't used to those knees, though.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be phasing him any. He's coming right back at him.
I said he's got a pretty good chin, old Eduardo does, but the pace seems to be slowing down just a little bit. It was pretty frantic there for a moment, but now these guys are kind of settling in.
Yep, Tyrane Cook starting to back Hernandez up a little now. And oh, another nice knee, but Hernandez doesn't seem too stunned by those.
You know, he shakes him off. I've never seen the kid get hurt. He's got a really good chin, but Tyrane trying to take him down and not quite working out for him there.
Didn't quite get the takedown. He's getting good position up against the cage there.
And kind of jostling for position here is Tyrane Cook and Eduardo Hernandez here in a light heavyweight matchup. Now, boy, that one looks like it went a little low.
Ooh.
Those
couple to the leg, one questionable knee in there.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, though. Tyrane giving up a little bit of weight in this fight. Oh man, that one was
right on the money. Oh, and a punch to follow up. Wow.
Well, 2 illegal shots in a row there. And Lonnie Foster's not calling either one of them.
That knee had an impact. You know, the one to the stomach and the chest and the leg and the face didn't. He shook those right off, but he didn't shake the knee to the groin off.
Lonnie says, "Rub a little dirt on it, man. Suck it up." Well, Tyrane Cook's gonna walk away with a win here. Although he got away with a couple there.
Yeah, he did. He got a couple, snuck a couple good ones in there.
You know what though, man? I think well, there you go. Here's your Crush Combat Cam. There's one to the ding ding. Those 2 are to the leg. Right there. Yeah. That's the money shot. No ding. Wow.
Follows up with one more.
Yeah, and then a ba-ding to the side of the head. All right. Well.
You know, it's interesting though. Hernandez takes that punch right to the chin, and even that didn't phase him. The only thing that will stop this guy is a knee to the groin. It looks like.
Hernandez is mad about that, but you know what? It was a lot of fun was had by all.
Yeah, no need to hang his head. He looked spectacular. He came out with a great combination, and Tyrane walks away with the win.
The Brawler's back. Tyrane Cook, after years off, he's back and coming away with a big win tonight. Find top name brand clothing at unspeakable prices at Big Rod Clothing. Mention UCE and save 10%.
Eddie, I know you've been working hard for this fight, preparing for this fight. Looks like you were dominating at first. What happened?
Well, I got caught. I got caught with some knees and, down there. And the referee probably didn't see it. Oh, well, things happen. But my opponent, he's a good opponent. I mean, the ref didn't see it. It's not his fault. All right.
Hey, man, looks like you have a lot of fans here.
I'm not going to take anything away from him because he fought a hard fight. And if he wants to give me a rematch, I'm more than willing to.
I was going to ask you that. Is this worth of a rematch?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's great. Hey, we want to see it. We all want to see a rematch.
I mean, I'm not afraid of him. I'm not afraid of anybody. So if he wants to stand up and train with me, then.
Is this something going to come soon, or are we going to wait some while?
I don't know. Let's see. Whenever he wants, I'm ready.
Sounds great. Anybody you want to thank out there?
I want to thank Daniel. I want to thank Sugarloaf. I want to thank my brother Junior. He helped me get ready for this. My stadium. I want to train everybody at UCTC. And I'll be back. I mean, this is my first fight. I've been fighting 11, 12 years. Hey, I'm 34 years old. Yeah, I'm here ready.
Awesome. We're looking forward to it. Thanks.
All right.
Celerity Investments. If you have a vision, we can assist. Go to investwithcelerity.com to find out how.
Tyrane Cook, man, it's been a while. The last time you were in this cage, you fought the Razor. It's been years, man. What's going on, brother?
Not much, man. Just trying to get back into it. Got locked up for a couple years. I'm just ready to do it. I'm on top of my game, I believe, and I'm ready to go. It's my time.
Man, that was an exciting fight. I was cage side. I was actually with Cheech, cage side. Man, you guys were throwing bombs out there, man. What was going through your head?
Oh, he caught me 3 times, man. Made me see stars, but you know what? He didn't keep going. That's his fault, you know what I mean? He could have finished me off, but he didn't. He backed off. So I took advantage. He lowered that head, and I caught him with that knee, and I knew right there he was done.
So the stoppage was, you know, a couple people were saying maybe you caught him with a low knee, his knees were on the ground, but I mean, the guy's like, he's low, so I mean, it's kind of hard to tell if he was on the ground.
The first knee he complained about, I caught him on the side of the knee. He's like, oh, my leg, but you know what? If I hit him in the balls, I apologize, it wasn't intentional, but it happens, you know what I mean? Tonight was my night, so I'll give him a rematch anytime. I don't take anything away from him, I respect him, you know what I mean? Good job, Hernandez.
All right, Tyrane, man, you're doing your stuff in the cage. You're turning your life around. Why don't you tell the people at home, you know, how important that is to turn your life around, do the right thing?
It's very important because I got some trouble back in 06. Got locked up for a couple years. You know, I'm doing good by myself, working, take care of my kids. My girlfriend, Brittany, over here. Love you, baby.
All right, brother, what's your plans for the future? We're going to get you back in here pretty soon?
I'm just started, man. I'm coming back.
All right, big round of applause. Tyrane Cook, anyone you need to thank?
Thank my buddy Aaron Sawyer, works with me every day. So, and my girl for motivating me, my son, my father, and Mike for giving me the opportunity to fight.
Mike gives a lot of people opportunity to fight. Some of them are grateful, some of them are ungrateful, but he's putting on fights every week here in Salt Lake City, Utah. Who would have thunk?
But next time, get somebody in my own weight that's 21 pounds heavier than me. You know what I mean? Let's go from there.
All right, Tyrane Cook, give it up for this guy. Sawyer, what's going on, man? Last time we see you in the cage, you were dominating the kid who's destroying everybody in Utah. He took out the Maniac, he took out everybody. You were dominating Jordan Smith. You got caught, with my opinion, a lucky shot from the bottom. From the bottom, what happened, and what's your plans for the future?
He actually separated my jaw. I don't know how it happened. He only caught me 3 times. Plans for the future, I coach Little League football, I play football, so I got a lot of things going on, but obviously I'm here trying to help other people out, trying to make their dream happen, you know.
All right, so you're a coach now, or are we going to see you and Jordan Smith get back in the cage, do it again?
Oh, he doesn't want to rematch with me because I'll take that belt from him, that's for sure.
All right, Jordan Smith, before you go to class on Monday, you might want to watch a TV show. We'll be right back with Ultimate Combat Experience.
That's the way it goes sometimes, Phil. You know, you can't get them all. The legend Lonnie Foster, I think, might have missed one on that one.
Yeah, you know, Eddie Hernandez got caught with a low blow, but his eye was getting closed, and I think Lonnie didn't think he could continue, or didn't say he could continue, but that's what happens.
I will bring him back out and just do it again one of these days. We got him with the Ultimate Combat. Stick around. In your main event, we got a kid who really needs no introduction in this show, Oliver Bradstreet. Been doing his thing of late, going up against a kid that's on his way up. Kevin Allred looking to make big things happen for himself here in the featherweight division.
Yeah, he is, Mike. You know, Kevin Allred has quite a few fights underneath his belt now. He feels like he has what it takes to beat Ollie, and we'll see if Ollie's improved training down there with Extreme Couture in Las Vegas, or if he's the same Ollie.
Well, this should be very interesting to see where both these guys are headed. Featherweight and holds barred. It's your main event. Check it out.
Just go, keep going, don't stop, just go.
Down there working and training. Haven't been in the gym for a couple weeks, but still feeling pretty good shape, ready to go for it.
I fight at Ultimate Combat Training Center in Kearns. Just train, same thing, you know, just never stop, just keep fighting.
Go in and just be me, that's it. I've forgotten all game plans. I've tried to get out of what I do, and that kind of screwed me up for a little bit. So I'm just going to go in and fight and see what happens.
You know what? I'm sure everybody here knows what Ollie's planning on doing. A couple surprises here and there. Really, just never stop. And you know, I know he's got a lot more experience than me, but you know, let's see what we can do. Maybe try and knock him out or something. We'll see what happens.
Well, I train next to Wanderlei Silva and Randy Couture every day, and it's you can't believe the amount of energy just in that room when those guys are in there. It really is amazing. I can't say enough about it. It's a fantastic experience.
Everybody, I mean, everybody that's here right now, my wife, my kids, you know, that's the reason I'm still standing here. I broke my arm last year, and I'm still right here, and I'm going to fight next weekend too. So thanks everybody.
Kevin Allred's a good kid, man.
He sounds like a great guy, Mike.
He's a kid that you really want to watch his progress because he does have a bright future in this game. He works really hard, but having said all that, here's a guy that this kid, his future is really what he wants it to be. You know, this kid, he's been criticized for not having the work ethic that he possibly should have, but if he wants to go big time, he could.
Yeah, Oliver Bradstreet could do whatever he wants in this sport. He definitely has the ability to do that.
I'm looking forward to Kevin the Predator Allred. Not quite the athlete that Oliver Bradstreet is. He doesn't have quite the athleticism, but he's got a ton of heart, man. He's got a great work ethic. 5'6", 145 is the Predator, and he realizes he's fighting up here today. He understands that, and he knows this is a mismatch against him. But at some time you gotta bust out the litmus test and say, where am I? Where do I stand?
You gotta take those sometimes, and you never know. You pull out a win on one of those. What a great thing that'd be.
And one thing I like about it is he took this fight with not a whole lot of notice. Some people say, I'm going to fight Oliver Bradstreet. I need months to prepare.
Right.
Kevin says, hey, man, I'm a fighter. I want to fight all the time. I don't really care who I'm fighting. I'm going to go try to do what I do.
Well, Kevin looks good so far. He landed a great kick, and Oliver answers with one. So I don't suppose Kevin Allred's going to out-wrestle Oliver Bradstreet. Does he have the jiu-jitsu or the kickboxing to beat him?
Honestly, no. Well, I don't know that he beats him in any other category than just intangibles. I think the kid, he's a pretty cagey fighter. He's pretty smart, but he's got a lot of heart, and I think that's the only category that I think he even has. He matches up with Oliver, is that he's got as much heart as Oliver does, and he's not as talented in any of those areas.
Well, so far he looks fine. He's starting to get mounted, but he's doing a lot of the right things. He's working his position, keeping his head off the cage, and surviving against a tough fighter.
I'll tell you what, this is a fight that while not as skilled as Oliver, he is still dangerous. Kevin Allred can beat you, and if you get too complacent, Oliver mentioned in his pre-fight that he's trying to try some new things. He's trying to expand his game and do some things differently than he had in the past. And if you get a little too careless, a guy like Kevin Allred can beat you.
Yeah, that's the thing about this sport. Anybody can beat anybody on any day. It just with all the tools you can use, you could always walk into something or.
Well, that was a beautiful shot by Kevin Allred, but Oliver Bradstreet just made it look so easy.
That thing like it was nothing.
You got those hips back, and that was it. Boy, it was like running into a brick wall for Kevin Allred. Now he's taking some pretty heavy shots to the body.
And Oliver does look like he's trying some new things on his stand-up. He was switching leads. He looks like much improved. That time down at Couture's must be paying off, and just hammering away at the body there.
Boy, he just pounded away until the door was open for him to get position, and boy, he's just putting on a clinic out here, isn't he?
He is, and that's one of the first things I noticed in his last fight that we watched here. He just punches and positions so well together. That's something only higher level fighters tend to do. Even the good wrestlers, you see them position and then lock down a position and then work their striking. And Oliver Bradstreet is just blending his punching, his takedowns, and his positioning all together so well.
We talked about Kevin Allred having the heart. But you can see that Ollie's almost taken that out of him already. You see in his face. He realizes, you get into these scramble situations and you find a guy that you just can tell he's better than you. It's kind of the sense that I got that Kevin Allred has already conceded this fight.
It looks like he is, especially giving up the back there. And man, Oliver Bradstreet really is just going anywhere he wants to go in this fight so far.
Well, he is, and it kind of looks like he's prolonging it.
Yeah, he is. He's hanging in there,
That, to me, says a lot about the confidence a guy has. I mean, you're in this fight, and you realize, hey, I want to get my time in. I want to get some ring time in here, and Ollie's not fluffing this fight. He's landing those shots. Those punches are landing, but he's prolonging the fight, and I kind of have to give him credit for that.
Not a lot of guys will go to a second round with an Oliver Bradstreet, especially a local guy with under 10 fights. That says a lot for Kevin Allred for sure.
One thing that Kevin Allred can do is his conditioning is really good. He'll be there in round 3 if he's able to get there in round 3. But Oliver Bradstreet's famous for just having that go, never stop. His conditioning always is at peak.
I know.
You fought him once,
I fought him when he wasn't in good shape, and he went go the whole time.
Right there, Kevin Allred coming out, a little fire lit under him. See if he can keep up that pace.
Nice punches. He was just barely out of range. Oh my gosh! Did I just see Oliver Bradstreet throw 2 spin kicks?
Oh my! One of each
followed by
leg.
a takedown.
Unbelievable!
Wow.
What's going
He
on
is
here?
Definitely stepping up his game.
They weren't the prettiest kicks I've ever seen, but for Oliver Bradstreet, those were Picassos, man. Those were he's got the ugliest stand-up I've ever seen, but he actually looks like it's getting better.
It does look like it's improving.
Wow.
Again, Oliver just pretty much going everywhere he wants to go in this fight. Mounting, taking the back. Oh, big shots.
I think
hammering
that's
down.
it right there. Kevin Allred said, you know what? It was fun.
I learned a lot. I fought a good guy. I'm out of here.
You know, and I hope he does take it as that. I fought a good guy, and hopefully he learned a thing or two tonight. It doesn't look like he's any worse for wear, but yeah, you know, I mean, he stepped up and he fought a tough kid.
I don't think there's ever such thing as an easy fight, but anything after Oliver Bradstreet's gonna feel a little easier.
Yeah, for sure, without a doubt, you know, and only 40 plus some odd other people understand what it's like to fight Oliver Bradstreet. He's fought more than 1 or 2 of you. And he's got a big smile on his face. Good to have him back up here in Salt Lake City, even if it's just for a little while. Ollie is really what this show is all about. Skull Candy, the official headphones of the UCE. Check out their complete line of headphones and accessories at skullcandy.com.
All right, Kevin, it looks like you gave it your all, but looked like a little shaken up. What happened out there?
You know, I've never been in a main event before. Found out I was fighting Ollie yesterday. Ollie definitely didn't surprise anybody. Maybe main events in the future. Just that was what I could do for the night. And sorry to everybody that thought I was going to come out and knock Ollie out. I apologize. That would have been nice, but sorry.
That's all right. Well, what's the plans for the future?
Fight. That's it. Fight. I'll fight next week. Let's fight next week.
Hey, you guys heard him. He wants to fight next week. Are you gonna come out stronger, fighter?
Every time I fight, I come out stronger than the last time. I guarantee I'm gonna be stronger next week. Guarantee it.
Well, good. Who do you want to say thank you?
Thank you to everybody, wife and kids, everybody that comes to watch me fight. Thank Ollie. You know, let's keep this sport going. I love doing this. You know, I can win this week, fight next week. Who cares? You know, I'm still in the sport and I love it, and I'm having a lot of fun doing it. So, you know, more fights.
Awesome. Looking forward to it. Thanks.
Thank you.
Are you Army strong? Find out what it takes to be a soldier in the U.S. Army at GoArmy.com.
Ollie, man, that was an impressive performance. Not because you won, but because you paced yourself. You did the right things. You did what a lot of people have been saying you need to do. Take it easy, just work your stuff, and keep getting better.
It's coming. Slowly, day by day, I'm learning more, and the more I can, you know, set that in with my style, better it's becoming. So we got more to come, for sure.
All right, now if you're living in Las Vegas or anywhere near there, Ollie lives there. You need to sponsor this kid. Get him in fighting a lot more. He's not like Tyson, the decision Griffin. This kid wins fights. He's won like 50 fights now. Tyson Griffin will probably beat you up at the gym for saying that. But sponsor this kid. Get him going. We want to see Ollie in WC, UFC. Not Elite XC. None of that shit. And it's something else. We want to see Ollie in the next level.
Yeah, I gotta say, Tyson Griffin beats me up regularly, but I almost got him once, so it was good. Anyway,
was it by decision?
No, I almost heel hooked him, and then he punched me in the chest. I couldn't breathe, so it was awesome, though. Good learning experience. Hey, I'd like to thank all my friends and family for showing up, my fans. Tyler Ayers, the DUI hotline. When you get drunk and get in trouble tonight, let him know. He'll help you out.
All in all, not a bad night of fights. Kevin Allred maybe not quite ready to make his jump into the big leagues just yet. Oliver Bradstreet shows why he is the menace.
Yeah, he did, Mike. You know, this time Ollie did actually get some work in. He didn't just go right away for the win or the quick win. He got a little work in. Kevin Allred still needs some work, but Ollie, you know, he's there.
All right, well, if you like that, Oliver Bradstreet's going to be back again next week going up against RVA Patrick Upton. I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah, so am I, Mike. Patrick Upton's improved a lot, and Ollie is, you know, he still lives here or what? He's fighting on the show every week. I thought he moved to Vegas.
All right, we'll see you next week on the Ultimate Combat Experience.
You can meet me in the cage. Experience. It's the Ultimate Combat Experience. Meet me in the cage. Experience. It's the Ultimate Combat Experience. Meet me in the cage. Experience. It's the Ultimate Combat Experience.